In this video, I will teach you two different ways to make a hyperlink in Microsoft Excel. So the first way is just a built-in method where you click Insert here on the ribbon, come over here, click Hyperlink, and you walk through a few steps. The second way is using the hyperlink function, so you can sort of dynamically build it. So here we see two different ways using the hyperlink function, one to go to an external website and one to go to a cell in sheet 1, which is over here. So let's go with the first option, insert hyperlink, and let me just put it right in this cell. So you highlight the cell where you want the link to go, insert hyperlink, and then you can say existing file or web page, but in this case I'm going to say a place in this document. Type in a cell reference, let's say A21, that's where we want to go, and now this is the little text that it's going to display in the cell itself. So we could just say this is a hyperlink, and you could even put a screen tip, this that you would see when you hover over top of the cell. I'll just put in something really odd, hello. So we see this in the cell, that's the screen tip, this is where we're going to go, and all we have to do now is press the OK button, and there is our hyperlink. So it's not very dynamic, all you see here is text. You click this and it jumps, in this case it jumps to A21 in the current sheet. So if I could hold down the control key, press the letter K, which is the shortcut, I wanted to go to this sheet, so I made a mistake there. Now I press sheet 1 and it's A21. This is what the cell says right here. Press the OK button, and now just click somewhere else, and to test it, now I will select this cell and it jumps over here to cell A21. So let's go back. The other method, we could also say go to a website address, right? Click this, type in the address. Using a formula, we could build what we see down here. Now I always suggest this. If you want to jump to, you see how it says cell A44 sheet 1, press the equal sign, go over here to sheet 1, click on, what was it? I forget now. Let's say it was this cell. Press enter, and then go back into this cell, put in a little apostrophe just to the left of the equal sign. This is what we want to build. So let me just change that to be exactly what we have below. We want to build this, incorporate that into our function, hyperlink function. So I'm going to type in hyperlink, link location. Now there's a little trick here. See that little pound symbol? That indicates that it's within the same workbook. So first of all, we're building this dynamic string. Within double quotes I put in the pound sign, and then I use this ampersand symbol to sort of say I'm going to build this string all together. Now let me just move this. The next part is saying, okay, I want to build exactly what I see here except for the equal sign, because this sheet has a space in it. See the space between sheet and the number 1? That's why we need those apostrophes. We see one kind of hard to see. There's a double quote here, but there's also an apostrophe here and an apostrophe there. So now I'm just going to say and double quote apostrophe, just like we see below, sheet space 1 apostrophe exclamation mark. I can actually just do this all together. A44, another double quote, comma, and then this is just going to be, let's just call it another hyperlink. Put the double quote around it, the last ending bracket, and press the enter key. Now let's see if I did all of this properly. I click this, and sure enough it goes to sheet 1, and it's cell A44. As you can see, this is cell A44. So you've seen now how to two different ways to make a hyperlink. You could also make a hyperlink like this. Let me just go into this cell, take off the apostrophe so that this is no longer a comment. Now that's another hyperlink. I'm going to click this, and it goes to Chandu's website right here. So one more thing that I'll show you in a later video, I'll show you how you can actually combine some advanced formulas like array formula, indirect formula with the hyperlink. But for now, let's do one more thing. In this cell, I'm saying whatever's over here, that's where we're going to jump to. So we could go in here and type it and change it to a 9. We could also do lookups or many other methods to make this more dynamic. So now you see that even though it's going to jump to this site, Mr. Excel, this is not dynamic. So we could do something like this. Say Mr. Excel, and this is Chandu, and this is textures. We could come in here, and that's I-19. Why don't we just make what we see in the cell also dynamic? Well, this isn't dynamic yet, but go like that. There we go. So Mr. Excel, it's going to go to this whatever's in this cell, and that's what we see displayed as sort of the screen tip. Go like that, or not screen tip, but so we click that, and it should be opening in my browser. There's just a little delay for some reason. Let me try a different one here. If we change this, go down to there, and press enter. Click on here, and there we go. So it calls this site, loads it into our browser, and it just jumps to it very quickly. So of course you could have a longer address if you had some kind of a bookmark system. On another video I'll show you that as well. But for now, these are the two basic ways to create hyperlinks within your workbook and to a website.